Oh. Nope. Get off. Oh.
Payday, you want payday? I know that.
Gervonta Davis said Floyd didn't shut down Ish, you dweeb. You guys see it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. In this video, I will talk about Gervonta Davis, his reply to a boxing fan about not using Canelo Alvarez no boxing, no life gloves, right? Without further ado, let's jump into it. Now, you guys see on the screen, Tank Davis, I just highlighted it. He said, Floyd didn't shut Ish down, you dweeb. This is in response. I got to Quentin Tarantino this and do it backwards. This is in response. Initially, let's go to the top. Devin Haney looks like he's been offered a deal to fight Kambosos. Fight is not official, but I made content on that. Check that content on the channel. It's one of my videos from yesterday when the news broke. Somebody said winner will fight Gervonta, and they tagged him as he'll soon be the WBA mandatory for a title shot. And then there's a bunch of commotion, and someone says that's great. And then Gervonta wore Canelo's gloves, and Floyd SHIT all that down before the CRUZ fight. So there was a rumor that Canelo Alvarez no boxing, no life gloves, that Gervonta was going to wear them for the ESAC CRUZ fight, and this person is spreading the rumor saying that Floyd shut it down. And the original poster said, I think he still wears the Canelo gloves. And he said, nah, those were winning gloves. And he showed a picture of it. And since Tank was initially tagged in the post, he must have read the thread. And he said, Floyd didn't shut Ish down, you dweeb. So he's clearing up once and for all the rumor that Floyd Mayweather ex-nayed him wearing the gloves. Gervonta's a grown man, and I don't know exactly where this started, but I do remember hearing that people were rumbling and saying that Floyd Mayweather was the reason Tank didn't wear the gloves. But if you notice, Gervonta Davis, when he fought against Leo Santa Cruz, there was also a glove switch as well. You know, there was a glove switch where he decided last minute to wear his alternate pair of gloves. Somehow, some way, boxing's a niche sport, and people, if they don't know the truth, they tend to make it up. And it seems like that's what it is in this equation. Gervonta Davis is clearing up the rumors, saying, hey, it wasn't, you know, Floyd is not the reason I didn't wear the Canelo gloves. And maybe he'll wear them in the future. I don't know. But you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. Now we're getting to a weird state. Is that Scarface? He got a Scarface tattoo? Huh? Okay. That's okay, man. You want to play? I'll play with you, man. Now we're getting to a weird space in boxing where you'll hear it from the horse's mouth, AKA the source, AKA the actual fighter, and people will say the fighter's lying or the fighter doesn't know what he's talking about, right? You hear oftentimes a fight's gonna happen, or this person turned down a fight, or Floyd Mayweather blocked Canelo gloves from being worn by Gervonta Davis. And then now, even though the fighter is saying that's not what happened, he didn't shut anything down, right? People still gonna run with what makes them feel more comfortable and the storyline that they believe in. You know, people want, Floyd already fought Canelo. Floyd massacred and beat Canelo. So in that regard, there's nothing really left for Floyd. Money, easy work. Like I said before, Gervonta, absolutely. Tank, he's the future of the sport of boxing. And I believe he'll carry the torch for me, you know? And a lot of people, at the end of the day, that's what happened. It's like when people go through a bad breakup and then you have comfort food and people just eat, they just eat any type of food because they're giving themselves an excuse to sulk and sit in it, right? So they're gonna say or they're gonna eat whatever food that they want to eat because in their mind they have a reason. That's what people often do in the world of boxing. They think they have a reason to believe that Floyd would block or ban Tank Davis from wearing Canelo's gloves, but it could be something, according to Tank, it sounds like it was something else. But people they want to, because they believe there's tension there from Canelo. Floyd recently said that David Benavidez is being ducked by Canelo. Floyd previously fought Canelo. So people want to keep this going, that there's some kind of feud, or, you know, they think they know, but we're hearing it from the horse's mouth, Tank Davis, that that's not the case. So it's just funny how things work like this. At the end of the day, people believe what they want to believe. And I had a teacher when I was younger, and she said something and I didn't understand it. I'm a kid at the time. It was in elementary school. And what she said, I didn't understand. But now as a fully formed adult, I get it wholeheartedly. She said, listen, Ego, perception is reality. And to me, in my childlike mind, I didn't understand that. I was like, no, reality is reality. Perception is perception. Just because someone perceives X, Y, and Z, that doesn't mean it's true. But I didn't get the deeper meaning. But it applies here to what I'm saying. Perception is reality. The fact is, just like the Leo Santa Cruz fight, where Gervonta Davis switched his glove for whatever reason, he wasn't comfortable, right? He fought Isaac Pitbull Cruz, and it could be more or less the same thing. But because there was this rumor that spiraled out of control, and people suggested that Floyd put a ban, and then once that bug got out and it spread, now that became the perception, AKA the reality, of why Tank fought Isaac Pitbull Cruz and he didn't wear Canelo's gloves, because we heard rumors that he was considering wearing the Canelo no boxing, no life, Eddie Reynoso type of gloves. But in all actuality, it could have been something else. Maybe these gloves weren't approved ahead of time. Maybe he on fight night put his hands in them with the wrappings and decided, nah, this ain't gonna work. Subsequently, when Tank fought Isaac Pitbull Cruz, he actually got a hand injury in that particular fight. So, you know, any number of things. Maybe he had the beginnings of a hand injury in camp, and he came into the fight with a hand injury. I don't know, but we know he right here, Gervonta got Grant gloves on. So we don't know why he chose not to wear it, but just to set the record straight, because I like to use my channel for good and use my voice, and there's this narrative that the reason why is Floyd. Everything gets blamed on Floyd. He's saying out of his own mouth, this is his verified page, you guys see, evident by the blue check mark. He said, nah, it wasn't Floyd. This had nothing to do with Floyd, you dweeb. That's what that's what he's saying in response to the person. So we don't know, nor do it really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If he didn't wear the gloves, he didn't wear the gloves. If he didn't want to, if he changed his mind at the last minute, it is what it is. Needless to say, Gervonta Tank Davis, GTD, he's training. He has an upcoming fight that was basically postponed and rescheduled as Rolly was going through some different trials and tribulations outside of the ring. That has now been cleared up, and Tank is able to move forth with his upcoming fight with Rolando Rolly Romero. Rolly did an interview with Brian Custer, and Rolly was doing a great job selling the fight. He said Tank got a big head. He's like a koala or something to this effect. And he says that Tank is stupid. He's going to run into a shot. Both guys have knockout power. Rolly, in his interview with Brian Custer, he said he don't believe that Tank hits that hard. Tank is kind of fighting smaller people, this, that, and the third. So it looks like he has this treacherous power. But Rolly is saying that he's bigger and he don't believe that. So this should be a great fight. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I wanted to update you guys, the fans, on what's going on. And the latest, Tank out of his own mouth said it wasn't Floyd's doing, or Floyd didn't prevent him from wearing Canelo's gloves. And I wanted to make a follow-up video because it's great to hear from the actual source. And this is the fight. This is the fight with CRUZ. It was supposed to be Rolly, but then they end up switching it to CRUZ. Let me know what you guys think. Floyd did not prevent Gervonta Davis from wearing Canelo payday. You want payday gloves. I know that. Subscribe to the channel. I'm the best in the business. And I'm out. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.